We're going to finish up percent problems, which is a form of ratios and proportions. It's actually a specific kind. Into word problems. And I never really knew this formula existed until I had taught at a specific place. I mean, I always knew how to solve the problems, but I kind of did it my own way. But teaching these types of problems is a little different. Then a colleague of mine had shown me a formula which was actually quite convenient, very helpful for my students too. It made me a better teacher at least. And that formula is over of equals percent over 100. And you use that type of formula when you're solving percent problems. What I mean by that is, we've got two examples here where I say, well, what percent of 25 is 18, and 10 is 15% of what number? With that said, let's try to solve this using is over of equals percent over 100. It's pretty user-friendly, to say the least. The number associated with is goes in the is portion. The number associated with of goes in the of portion. If the number has a percent with it, it goes in the percent portion, and you just fill in 100 for 100. We'll wind that back if it doesn't make as much sense, but I think by the end of the two problems it will. So what percent of 25 is 18? Is 18, so 18 goes in the is slot. Of 25, so 25 goes in the of slot, equals, you don't know the percent. It's asking what percent. So you're going to put a variable in that place. And you can put it in an A, a B, a C, a D, whatever. But I like to put in the variable x in this case. And 100 is just 100. So you cross multiply. And you get 25 times x, which is 25x, equals 18 times 100, which is 1800. You can do that in your head or in a calculator, but 18 100s is 1800 or 1800. And you have 25 times x equals 800. Don't forget that equal sign between the proportion too. A lot of students forget that. You want to divide by 25 because it's 25 times x. How do you get rid of multiplication? You divide. And you get x equals, let me see, 25 goes into 100 4 times, and there's 18 of them, so it's 18 times 4, which comes out to 72. So your answer is 72%. That's saying this. If you scored 18 out of 25 on a quiz or a test, what percent is that? Comes out to 72%. And the reason why I put the percent sign is because it asks what percent. So you better tell me it's a percent. Don't just say 72. 72 what? Dogs, cats, percent in this case. So 72%. And the next one is 10 is 15% of what number? That's a little confusing for some students. The is 10, because 10 is. Now some students are going to say the of is 15%. No, it says of what number? So you don't know the number. So you're going to put in an x, or an a, b, c, whatever variable you like, equals. Now you're given the percent this time. The percent is 15. And how do you know it's the percent? It has a percent sign after it. Over 100. This one doesn't come out pretty. I'm already looking at it right now. It looks like it comes out as a decimal. Don't worry, it can't be that bad. 15 times x, or you can do this one first. It doesn't matter. We'll do this one. 10 times 100, 10 100s is 1,000. Equals, don't forget the equals because so many students forget that. And they put some kind of, they put 1,000 over 15x. That's what they do. Oh, it's so annoying. It just irks me. Don't forget the equals. X times 15 is 15x. And now you want to divide because you want to get the x by itself, and it's 15 times x, so in order to get rid of multiplication, you have to divide. What you do on one side of the equation, you have to do on the 15 divided by 15 by popular demand is 1. It's not 0. It's 1. It's 1x, or just x, equals 15 goes into 106 times, and then there's a remainder left over. It's 10 over 15, which is the same thing as 2/3, which is 0.6666. It's not 6.666 though, because that's 15 divided by 100. So 15 divided by 1,000 has to be 66.666. Repeating. And since it's repeating, just put a line over the 6. And there you go. That multiplication is authentic, that division I should say. I know that 15 goes into, I'll show you how I did it if you want to see it. If not, that's fine too. I know that 100 divided by 15 goes in 6, and then I've got a remainder of 10 over 15 left over. I just know that. I don't know, I just know. And 10 over 15 is the same thing as 2/3, which is 0.6666. Repeating. Let's put another 6 just in case. So it's 6.666 repeating. That's 100 divided by 15. So 1,000 divided by 15 has to add another value. So it's 66.66666. All that good stuff. Well, that's a little lesson of percent problems. It's kind of a word problem of sorts. You'll always see it encountered because it's usually put in with ratios and proportions. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you'll be able to practice math like that. I would encourage you actually, if you can do a problem without a calculator, to do a problem without a calculator. And I was always pretty decent at multiplying and dividing, but I became a lot better when I started teaching because I would give my calculators away in the class and I didn't have one, so I had to think on my feet, or I think off the top of my head. So my multiplication skills and all that other stuff got a lot better. And I also taught overseas where there weren't any calculators, so I really had to learn how to multiply and divide very quickly. Anyways, enough of that showboating. Seriously speaking, those are percent problems. Is over of equals percent over 100. With that said, have a great day.